In 2025, a 19-year-old kid from New Jersey started telling young men that their bone structure determined their entire future.
Looks are arguably one of the most important things in terms of your success in life.
That their jawline decided whether women would want them.
What surgeries are you getting? Double jaw surgery with full face implants.
That their facial width to height ratio was the difference between a life of success and a life of invisibility.
People don't give a fuck anymore. The strenuous nature of women in 2025, it is absurd. That's led me to usage of amphetamines to prolong my fasting.
And then he sold them the solution. By the time he turned 20, he was making over $100,000 a month. Clavicular is not a looksmaxxing influencer. He is a business, and the business model he built is one of the oldest and most effective in history. It just never targeted men before. Braden Peters was born on December 17, 2005 in Hoboken, New Jersey. He grew up in a normal household, businessman father, stay-at-home mother, by most accounts, a completely ordinary American suburban upbringing. But during the COVID-19 pandemic, everything changed. Peters was 14 years old, stuck at home, online for 14 hours a day. He started finding forums dedicated to a concept called looksmaxxing, the practice of making yourself as physically attractive as possible through any means necessary. And he became obsessed. He began injecting himself with testosterone supplements at 14 years old, hiding them from his parents. When they found out, they sent him to live with his grandmother. He kept doing it anyway. He renamed himself Clavicular after the clavicle, the collarbone, which he had decided was a key marker of masculine attractiveness. He enrolled at Sacred Heart University in the fall of 2024. He was expelled several weeks later for hiding testosterone in his dorm room. From there, he went full-time into content creation on Kick and TikTok, and within a year, he had become, according to The Atlantic, the newest star and most recognizable member of the looksmaxxing movement. But none of that comes close to the unique business model that he's created. To understand Clavicular's business model, you need to understand something that has nothing to do with him. For over a century, the women's beauty and wellness industry has run on a single formula. Step 1. Create or amplify an insecurity.
Yeah, you think I should take tests or no?
Yes, I think everyone should take tests. Just as a principle in life, right? You want to kind of really blow things out of the water and take things up a notch, put your body into overdrive is kind of what I like to think of it as.
Step 2. Sell the solution.
Now, I only work with guys who are serious. This is a premium one-on-one program. I'm going to personally work with you to design your complete transformation protocol.
Step 3. When the solution inevitably falls short, sell a better solution. Repeat indefinitely. The genius of this model is that the market never saturates because the insecurity never goes away. Think about it. If anti-aging cream actually worked, if diet programs actually delivered permanent results, if cosmetic procedures actually made women feel genuinely at peace with how they looked, the industry would collapse overnight. The product does not need to work. It needs to feel like it might work. The global beauty industry generates over $500 billion a year. That number has been growing for 100 years. It will continue growing forever, not because the products are improving, because the insecurity is permanent. Now here is where Clavicular enters the picture, because what he built, whether he understood it consciously or not, is exactly the same machine, same structure, same incentives, same dependency loop, just pointed at a demographic that had never been fully targeted this way before. Young men were already consuming this content before Clavicular arrived. He did not build a belief system, he monetized it. A generation of men raised algorithmically, fed an endless stream of content about physical ideals, told explicitly and implicitly that their romantic outcomes, their social status, their entire life trajectory was determined primarily by how they looked. The incel forums had been saying this for years, but incels were marginal. They were easy to dismiss. The language was ugly, the communities were extreme, and mainstream culture had no trouble rejecting them. What Clavicular did was strip the self-pity from the incel argument and replace it with a protocol. Not a victim talking about rejection, a winner talking about optimization. Not, women don't like me because I'm ugly, but I fixed my facial structure and my life changed. That reframe is everything, because self-improvement content is not stigmatized, it is celebrated. The gym content, the morning routine content, the discipline content, all of it sits in the same cultural space. Clavicular just pushed it further than anyone had before, and further is exactly what the algorithm rewards. Now here is what separates Clavicular from every other shot creator who blew up and then disappeared. He built a product, Actually, he built two. The first is the Clavicular system, a paid mentorship program marketed as a data-driven framework to surpass genetic potential. The language is deliberate and precise: face map audit, symmetry score, pharmaceutical skin protocol. The scarcity mechanism is explicit on the landing page. Lock in your spot before we close public access. Limited cohort, application required. Not everyone gets in. This is textbook premium positioning. The product feels exclusive before you even know what is inside it. The second product is Clavicular's Clan, a private community on School. $49 per month. 100 plus advanced courses covering looksmaxxing, nootropics, pharmacology, aesthetics, and social dominance. The framing on the landing page says everything about who this is targeting. At 934 members paying $49 a month, that is over $45,000 in monthly recurring revenue from the community alone. The most profitable content niches are almost always built on a pain that never fully resolves: financial anxiety, relationship failure, social rejection, physical inadequacy. Each one is a market worth billions, sustained entirely by the gap between where the customer is and where they want to be. Clavicular found that gap in young men, quantified it, built content around it, and monetized it with remarkable efficiency. Here is the uncomfortable truth at the center of this case study. Clavicular did not create body dysmorphia in young men. It was already there. It had been building for years, fed by algorithms, by social media, by an entire ecosystem of content that told men their face was the primary determinant of their worth.
You can only achieve certain things if you're good looking to begin with.
Dude, all you care about is money? Why the fuck else would I stream?
He just found it, named it, and built a business on top of it. The question worth sitting with is not whether this is ethical. The question is why it works. And the answer, that the most durable monetization mechanisms are always built on permanent insecurity. This will not be the last version of this business. It will happen again, in a different niche, with a different face, pointing at a different insecurity. The machine does not go away, it just changes targets.